Roller coasters were one of the earliest and most prominent kind of experiential VR demos to emerge for the Rift, and it's not too hard to see why they're a lot of people's first time VR experiences, even if they have a reputation for making people feel sick. They are short and exhilarating, without the need for extra inputs, and they do demonstrate powerfully the ways in which VR can trick or confuse proprioception. The sensation of falling when you know you're stationary feels quite magical, even if it also leaves you feeling a little queasy. Of course, when you're simulating experiences that are designed to test your stomach anyway, some nausea is to be expected, and some may even consider it a mark of success. Once you've tried a few roller coasters, however, you may not be in a rush to try many more, which is why it's such a pleasure to see Parisian animators Backlight Studio re-envision the form of VR rides by injecting theirs with a simple narrative and a sense of humour. Their new demo, Birdy Kingland, feels more like an animated short, reminiscent of an Aardman or a Pixar, than it does a theme park ride. After a slightly glitchy opening, you find yourself in the sidecar of a motorcycle. Your strange, cartoony companion arrives to bring you a hamburger, which is promptly stolen by a tiny bird. The chase that ensues is high energy and inventively choreographed, and it features in its short runtime numerous clever moments. The great success of Birdy Kingland as an animation for VR is that it almost always gives you multiple points of focus. Of course, most of the time you'll want to keep your eyes on the road for comfort, but the chase will also have you looking up in awe, tracking your prey across your view, craning to see incoming danger behind you, or just turning to look at your buddy driving. This can leave you feeling like you might be missing something out, but in the best of ways, as you're well rewarded pretty much wherever you choose to look. In fact, I'd recommend that you ride Birdy Kingland a couple of times rather than trying to see it all in one run. At the speed you're moving at throughout most of the experience, you could make yourself sick by craning your neck too wildly. Its brevity means that you won't mind giving it a couple of goes though, and its vibrant visual style and charming character design are a pleasure to absorb time and again. My only real criticism is that the speed of the sidecar in the final segment doesn't always feel quite right, slowing and then accelerating again in unnatural feeling ways. It doesn't wreck the experience, and by the time you encounter it you'll already probably be having a great time, but it is noticeable. All in all, Birdy Kingland is imaginative and joyous, and I highly recommend it. It could definitely make you feel a little sick, but it's short enough to mean that experienced rifters will probably get through just fine. I did have a newcomer report experiencing some nausea after playing though. I'd love to see more experimentation with comfort modes for this kind of thing. Backlight Studios should perhaps consider giving the player some speed options, for example, if they do decide to create another narrative ride type experience in the future, and I certainly hope that they do. Thanks for watching, and please do hit subscribe if you haven't already.